If you keep up with me at all on social media, chances are you can tell I'm really happy about finally owning a Vectrex. And this is a really lame way to put it, but everything about this system just had a really cool retro tech vibe. The awesome 80s graphic design of the print ads, the graph paper-like box art, to the name of the system itself, the Vectrex is the physical embodiment of the past's idea of the future, and it ruled. The Vectrex was only on shelves from 1982 to 1984, and it only had around 29 official titles under its belt, but that does not mean that it wasn't a really cool part of video game history. The Vectrex was the first and only vector display-based video game console ever released. Most game images were composed out of grids of pixels, while images on the Vectrex are composed out of drawn lines. Because of this, the result is a seriously bright and crisp line that holds up even to this day. Unlike other systems of the time, like the Atari or the Intellivision, the Vectrex did not require a TV, and it was totally portable. I mean, you're not going to haul it around like you would a Nintendo Switch, but if you wanted to, you could take it to a friend's house, for example. The system has its own vector monitor, controller, and one built-in game, Mindstorm. It comes with a detachable controller, and you can buy another one for 2-player games. If you've looked at eBay lately, Vectrex controllers are getting rather pricey. Luckily, third-party companies make adapters for Sega Genesis controllers and PS1 controllers, which is a much cheaper alternative. And sometimes it may even feel more comfortable than the Vectrex controller itself. To be totally honest, I usually prefer using a Genesis controller to play most Vectrex games. Blasphemy, I know. Okay, maybe I should back up and talk about the Vectrex controller for a moment. The controller has 4 buttons, labeled 1, 2, 3, and 4, along with a tiny joystick. From my experience, the common way to use the controller is play it down on your lap or on a table in front of you. To make things more interesting, most games came with colorful screen overlays that help draw the player into the game. Although they are not required, it definitely helps the experience. This leads me into some of my favorite games for the system. Although some games are getting a little bit pricey, the homebrew scene is alive and thriving. In fact, you can find multi-carts rather easily that have all of the necessary classics as well as some new ones. It's a great way to get into collecting for the Vectrex and getting a feel for which games you'd like to own. So, let's cut to it and play some games. Aw yeah, listen to that white noise. Or maybe that's just my Vectrex. I don't know. I'm going to kick things off with Scramble. Now, when I first got my system, this was the game that everyone was telling me to get. It was originally released by Konami in 1981 as a shoot-'em-up arcade game, but it went on to be probably the most fondly remembered game for the Vectrex. The game also happened to be the first ever side-scrolling shoot-'em-up, making it a must-have for anyone looking to get into collecting for the system. And since it's common, it's not that expensive. Pole position. Maybe this is mostly just coming from nostalgia, but I freaking love pole position. Maybe it's because it was one of the first video games I ever played as a kid, thanks to Microsoft Return of Arcade, but we'll get into my Windows 95 memories another time. Anyway, I was totally surprised to discover that pole position on Vectrex is probably one of the best ports of the game. The lines pop, shifting gears feels flawless, and it's not hard to get sucked into this game. I'm playing the game on my multi-cart, but this is one I for sure need to get the overlay and actual cart for. Pole position. I want this to be the alarm I hear when I wake up in the morning. Maybe I'd wake up happier. Probably not though if I had to wake up early. Prepare to qualify. Well, let's do that. See, look at the scenery. There's mountains and billboards. It's just so relaxing until you get into second gear. Oh god. Now it's getting crazy. Oh. Some of the other cars look like little briefcases. Maybe that's weird, but I feel like I'm dodging briefcases instead of cars. And apparently I can't dodge them very well. Mario Kart ruined me because I always feel like I need to press go like too early, and that doesn't work for every game because I think every racing game is Mario Kart. Don't actually think that, it's just like ingrained in my like body. Okay, gears. Okay. Dodge these briefcases. Yeah, that was a slick little maneuver if I don't say so myself. Okay, I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die. For a minute I didn't think I was gonna die. Do you think back in 1983 people were watching Star Trek the motion picture and thinking, yeah, I need to blow stuff up now? Yeah, probably not. But that doesn't make this game any less fun. This is one game that would definitely help if you had the overlay screen when it comes to targeting, but it's still playable without it. Cosmic Chasm. I'll admit that the first thing that attracted me to this game was its title. I have a weakness for anything that sounds retro-futuristic, and this was right up my alley. The overlay screen for this is one of my favorites because it gives the game a ghostly neon pink glow. I actually also have the instruction manual for this one, which is always helpful since some Vectrex games are harder to decipher than others. Player 1. Every time I see Player 1 now, I think of it in the Bible Buffet voice.
Player 1.
Player 1. Oh god. Okay, I don't... Let's go this way. Come on. Okay. Now we gotta drill through this little force field thingamajig. But you gotta be real careful about it, because if you go too fast, you blow up. I learned that the hard way. It took me a long time to figure that out. Alright, so... Okay, this one's a little tricky. Not tricky, but... Okay. Wait, why isn't it letting me go through? Okay. Alright, we're doing this thing. Whoa, there's a lot of these guys. Whoa, those are coming fast. Alright, let's try this again. Oh my god! They come at you fast now? Whoa, okay. So I don't think there's a way to kill them all. I think I just gotta kill some as I go, and in this level right here, it's more of a, you just gotta haul ass to the other side. Oh my god, wrong button. This game frustrates me. I think this is probably the most frustrating Vectrex game for me. It's good. I like how it looks, I like the concept, it's awesome. It's just, if I'm not in the mood for it, I get frustrated and I just don't want to continue, which is bad, but I'm just being honest. Enough Cosmic Chasm, let's move on. Armor Attack is a fun little shoot 'em up where you're driving around in a tank, a jeep, I don't know. But you're running around a Space Invader looking maze with an overhead view. This is one of those games that definitely needs the overlay because without it, the town and buildings are just left up to our imagination. It's basically combat on the Atari 2600. Okay, so finally, let's mess around with this multi-card I mentioned earlier. The homebrew scene is showing no signs of slowing down, which is awesome because that means new Vectrex games are being made to this very day. Did you ever think you'd be playing the popular mobile app Doodle Jump on the Vectrex? Probably not, but now you can, and it's awesome. Instead of tilting your iPhone, you're controlling your little spiky guy. Spike? Is that you? And desperately trying not to fall off any platforms. Games like these are dangerous because I will lose all sense of time. Speaking of mobile games that we were all addicted to a few years ago, let's do some Becky Bird. I wonder what that's supposed to be, right? If it's anything like Flappy Bird, I'm gonna be awful at it. Did not know I'd be that awful at it. Oh. Duh. Duckling. Alright. It's better than Worm Eater, or what did it say at first? I don't know what it said, but whatever. Let's try it a few more times. This will be my last try. Okay, it's just not happening. Screw Flappy Bird, Becky Bird, whatever the hell this is. I think I'm gonna be saying this for every game, but I love the startup music. Pole Position and Berserk are exceptions. They're like I love those more than the other ones that I already love. It's like a lot. Oh my god, okay. Let's get out. Haul ass away from this bouncy little guy. You gotta play Berserk whenever you have the chance to play Berserk. I suck at it, but it's fun. Oh my god. Let's get out. Do we ever find out this guy's name? Like, what's his name? Is he Berserk? Or is he just Steve? Where's my backstory? Oh! Okay, let's go. Let's go. Hopefully this guy doesn't get me. So that guy can just bounce through walls. He doesn't have any rules, does he? I think I'm gonna be cheap and just try to get out. And not try to kill all these people. People. Robots, aliens, I don't know. Okay. Alright, let's go up here. Bonus. Wait, where am I? I lost myself. Oh, there I was, and I died. Got you, humanoid. I think that's enough Berserk for right now. Let's see what else there is. Ooh, what's Vectopia? I want to know what Vectopia is about. That's one of the more extreme Vectrex title screens we've seen, huh? I know this is obviously a newer homebrew, but that was funny and unexpected. Alright, let's check it out. Whoa, this is some next level Vectrex shit. Whoa, trackers. Is this like a multi-cart within a multi-cart? That is some sick Vectrex music. Play trackers. Okay, I'm trying to. I would like to play trackers. Oh god, what do I press? Oh, there's pause? That's cool. Alright. Never played this before, so I am just figuring out buttons. Okay. What does that mean? This is kind of a cool concept. If I don't die right now. Oh, I'm so close to getting it. There we go. This is like a really tedious version of Pac-Man or something. Alright, I think I had enough trackers. That was cool. So obviously I could go on and on, but this video has to end at some point. I'm sure there will be more Vectrex content in the future. What are some of your favorite video game systems that aren't talked about all that much? Let me know in the comments. Thanks for watching.